Hi, my name is Misty Rao. This is Chapter 5. We will be talking about teamwork. So to start off, before we go into teamwork, the biggest thing that I can say to have is trust. Trust is defined as a belief in the integrity, character, or ability of others. Some ways that you can make a good team, especially with this trust, is to actually have a good team. It's kind of hard whenever you come on to the scene like I did as a supervisor and already have a team in place, because you have not developed that team, so you have to work a little bit harder to develop that team. Be honest. I do try to always be honest in everything that I say. It's very hard because sometimes people do not take it as constructive criticism and they take it harsher and harder. I do have an employee that goes above and beyond to make my job a little bit harder than it should be. Be competent. Kind of goes hand in hand with honesty and to actually be a hard worker. Follow through with what you have promised. I always try to keep tally on what I have promised to my coworkers. I keep a running calendar of what I expect of them and what I expect of myself, so that I can show them that it does work hand in hand. Team. A team is defined as a small group of people with complementary skills committed to a common purpose and specific performance goals. For me, I work at a community college. We do have a vision. We also have a mission statement that we all work towards no matter which office we work in. I currently work in the business office, but I did come from student services, so I see how students have entered to how students end and everything in between. Right now it's currently more on the finance side and making sure that the students' finances are correct. So it is working to that common purpose to make sure the students are charged the correct amount, not overcharged any money, and also make sure that all their lab fees and technology fees are actually on their record so that they're not posted at a later time and not caught off guard. We do have performance goals. We have what are called KPIs. Those are our key performance indicators. Every 6 months we go in front of the board to make sure that we are doing what we are supposed to be doing. Since we are state employees, we are held to higher standards. We are the Aspen Prize winner for community colleges. We are number 5 in the nation. So they do hold us to a little bit higher standards. Some characteristics of a good team is to have a common purpose. Obviously, if you're on the same page, that's always a great idea. Agree on performance goals. That one's a little bit harder because with our performance evaluations, we each have to have a few of them, but we also have to have our own, so that shows that we are unique and going above and beyond what we have set out to do, so that we can make our students' lives a little bit easier. Common work approach. Kind of was already said. Develop high level of competency and complementary skills. We're always looking to develop. We do have what's called Cornerstone. Every one of my staff members is to take some sort of small Cornerstone quiz, exam, whatever you want to call it. Most of them about 15-20 minutes long. We do have some longer ones that take a couple of days, but I just ask them to take maybe a little 15-minute refresher or something that may be on confrontation or diversity or even Excel, just to help themselves in their job and to get the goal that's needed obtained. Each person holds themselves accountable and responsible. That is a big one. If you don't hold yourself responsible, then you're not taking responsibility for what you have done, whether that's good or bad, and it can hurt the team overall. Struggles with feedback from the team. Again, confrontation is one of my big ones that I'm coming face to face with. I have had to get human resources involved in this, so I am learning a lot about confrontation, and I am using those Cornerstone tidbits to help me how to mediate, how to get over it, how to get through it, how to help each individual person on my staff. Make sure that I understand what their capabilities are, what their strengths are. We do have strengths quests, so I am looking into those to see how to better help them. Being on the same page is a big one. If you have totally different realizations of what is expected of you, you're never going to get to the point where you need to be. Types of teams. Some of those are cross-functional teams, which is a team that has different areas of specializations. So it's kind of like student services. Counseling does one thing, admissions does another, financial aid does another piece of it. Virtual teams are employees who use electronic technology as a primary means of communication. Our office is kind of virtual because we use email a lot, since we do have 3 campuses and a district office that we do have to stay in contact with. Project teams, which is work with teams and projects to make sure that they're complete. We do work hand in hand with tech support if we need any updated materials to be added to our computer or our software to be updated. What role do I play in the team? Again, I am the supervisor of the business office, so I supervise. I try not to nitpick or be a micromanager. I try and be more of a mediator so that if they can't run the ship or if they have some issues, I'm there to help them. How to build a team. Establish a clear definition and purpose, set rules of behavior, set performance, tasks, and goals. Challenge the team regularly, spend time together, positive feedback. All those go hand in hand with everything that I've already stated. A little tidbit of what I found whenever I was reading, and it was very nice. It's a statement, but a true team does not appear overnight, but must complete several steps to overcome the initial stage of its existence as a group. Thank you and have a good night.